The Seaver Center was founded on a mission to unravel the complexities of autism, and we've pioneered a genetics-first approach to autism research and to autism care. We leverage the immense power of genetics to understand autism spectrum disorder as a whole, and then we can zoom in to each individual's unique biology to tailor treatments for that individual and to make profound impact on the vast needs of those on the spectrum. This year, our multidisciplinary team has been leading groundbreaking preclinical and clinical studies, innovative clinical trials, personalized treatment programs, and so much more. The Autism Center always had an interest in genetics, and it was a part of the original mission. I expanded it further and further because there was more and more evidence that autism was primarily genetic, and it was clear that if we found the genes that caused autism, we could begin to make new therapeutic approaches.
To understand the disorder, we need to understand each patient individual. Genetics are underpinnings of our individuality, and understanding the common and unique genetic features that contribute to one's autism is absolutely essential.
Most importantly, knowing the genetics of autism will lead to better treatments.
We're taking across multiple laboratories very, very different views of a specific gene on the cellular level, on the level of the animal, and on the level of human beings. But that's the arc that you need for drug discovery and development. If we come up with a possible new drug, we first try it in our cells in culture, then we could try it in our animal model, long before we tried it in an individual. So having all these tools in place, they give us enormous insight into the exact process that underlies that type of autism, but also gives us a framework to test new therapies from the cell to the animal to the family and patient.
The hope is that we're going to be able to use specific single gene forms of autism to inform autism more broadly, based on what we know about common underlying pathways and based on what we know about shared clinical features. What we're doing with JAG201 is a sponsored trial by Jaguar Gene Therapy, where we are injecting a miniature version of the SHANK3 gene directly into the brain and allowing it to kind of get washed up in cerebrospinal fluid and then disseminate across neurons, so that we're going to effectively replace the missing SHANK3 gene with the hope that it's going to be disease modifying for these children, where we hope we're going to see major gains in terms of language and cognition and adaptive behavior and all kinds of things that are going to hopefully really change lives for these kids.
One of the most meaningful projects that we've worked on is a project with a group of families in Nepal. It has been so eye-opening, the lack of resources. And we came in and we had a meeting with all the families with a wonderful translator and really figured out how we could help them, what they needed. We then had one-on-one individual consultations through Zoom, and we're now developing some additional trainings for them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is an NIH-funded international collaboration. About 10 sites in the US and Central and South America get together to sequence, examine and define genetic associations for risk genes for autism in Latinx ancestry. And this is important because we need to understand whether the genetic factors differ across populations so that we can target treatments to specific ancestries and populations.
Another thing that a lot of people are concerned about is medications in pregnancy and whether that increases the risk for autism. So far, what we are seeing is that the majority of prescribed medication to pregnant women are safe and are not increasing the risk for autism. What we hope we will see is whether there are any medications that increase the risk, and simultaneously if there are any medication that might reduce the risk and might help protect fetuses from adverse neurodevelopmental disorders, including, of course, autism.
This past summer, we collaborated with the 92nd Street Y, where we had the counselors come to the Seaver Center 1 day a week to collaborate with us, to learn, to develop behavioral programs for their campers. And then the other 4 days a week, they were campers. And I think what we've done is we've inspired a whole group of counselors to pursue the field of autism.
Alberto's really comfortable here, always excited to walk in through the front door, and we feel incredibly supported.
The SAND is a clinician-administered assessment that includes an observation with the child and a corresponding caregiver interview. Results from the SAND can identify sensory preferences and sensory differences and are really helpful in the research setting. And clinically, the results from the SAND are really helpful in informing treatment recommendations. Families benefit from participating in research at the Seaver Autism Center because they get a gold standard report free of charge. And these reports are critical for families to access the services that their kids need.
Really helped us advocate for services from the DOE, which was tremendous because I don't think Alberto would have received those services without that report. It's like a brick of gold for us. I'm so proud of him for being a model, I think, for so many of us in the world.
Every study we launch, every gene we map, and every assessment we do brings us one step closer to understanding and transforming what it means to live with autism. With your support, the next breakthrough is inevitable.